Hello everyone, my name is Brianna. If you're new here, I own a small business called Moonwax Galaxy where I sell soy candles and wax melts with a space theme. It's been a minute since I've actually recorded anything for YouTube specifically. I've been a little bit more active on social media and stuff, particularly with Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr, Pinterest. Twitter has been weird. I did make a post to Twitter successfully, so there's that. Also, excuse the microphone right here. I'm trying out new audio. So we'll see if this sounds better than what I usually do or not. But I need to start just I don't want to say daily vlogging, but essentially just picking up the camera whenever something happens, because I'm very bad at doing that. I just start doing stuff and then I'm I forgot to record this. I'm getting there. I'm getting a little bit better, but be patient with me. So the biggest update that I can offer right now is the fact that I am trying out candles. I wanted to do a candle for a fandom, if that makes sense, some sort of community or interest that a lot of people are in. And for me, I'm into Twisted Wonderland. If you don't know what Twisted Wonderland is, it's pretty much this app. It's not a dating sim. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's technically not a dating sim. It is more of a rhythm game a bit, where, one of those isekai things, where it's oh, you're a human that gets teleported into this other magical world, and it's sort of this school, this magical school and stuff like that, and you help the other students, and so a lot of the students are based off of Disney villains. It's a Disney franchise thing. Disney villains. I am a little bit nervous to make something based off of Disney, because I know they're very what's the word? Cease and desist happy. They're very protective over their works. If I get a cease and desist, then everything's going down. For now, I'm on Etsy just because that seems to be where a lot of people make their fandom stuff and sell it. So that's where I'm at right now. But this originally was an idea I've held on to for a year now, only because I was looking on Etsy and I was wow, no one has Twisted Wonderland candles, right? I saw you could get the pins, you could get stickers, you could get the jackets. There's someone on Etsy that makes the varsity jackets. You could get cosplay stuff. You could get all types of stuff, but I didn't really see candles. So I was maybe people will be interested in candles. The idea behind the candles is really just supposed to be immersion based. So I started off with Heartslabyul, the dorms. I did think about doing each and every character individually, but I was that's going to be too much for me personally, just because I am one person. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it by dorm and keep it at that. So each candle is a reference to the dorm in some way. I started off with Heartslabyul. I will be getting into other dorms. I know I got a comment about that on TikTok, which I'll probably go more into later in this video. But I did get a comment about if I was going to do Pomfiore. I actually looked up how to say that dorm name, Pomfiore. And I was yeah, I'm going to do all the dorms at some point. So please be patient with me. I am trying to get there. The Savannaclaw candles are on the way. I did not really work on it because here where I live in the US, we were in a polar vortex, and there was snow outside, and I was I don't really know if I can spray paint, because I usually go outside to spray paint, because if you don't know, spray painting, if you inhale the fumes or something like that, or don't have really good ventilation, you can get high or pass out or something like that. The fumes are kind of toxic. So I was I'm gonna wait for the snow to kind of melt and then see where I can go from there. So I will be working on Savannaclaw. But yeah, I worked on Heartslabyul. It was pretty good. Just to kind of talk about the process, I spray painted the jars first, which I have footage of. It'll be somewhere here up on the screen, but I spray painted the jars first. Then I had to let them dry. I did 2 coats, which I probably low-key didn't even really need to do. I'm still trying to figure out a seamless way to spray paint all the jars quickly. but I don't know if there's a way around it. It might just have to be like I spray paint them one at a time, because in the video you can see me trying to like spray paint them and then like put them in different areas in this like big box that I had, and I don't think it's gonna work out. The instructions did say that like it's dry to the touch after like 10 minutes, so I might just have to spray paint one, go to the next one after waiting 10 minutes. So we'll see. But I spray painted the jars, then I had to spray paint them with sealant so the paint would be protected. It smells like garden dirt and Victorian roses, because the whole idea was that it's supposed to smell like the garden area in Heartslabyul, where they like have the unbirthday party and they have like the tea and stuff. It's supposed to smell like that area. And like paint the roses, the name of the candle is really just supposed to be like a reference to when the characters were Cater and Ace and Deuce and like the MC are painting the roses in one of the twist tunes. So like that's really fun. So I did make the candles. I couldn't put rose petals in the candle because you have to be careful with sort of like dried items like that, like petals and leaves and stuff like that, herbs into a candle, because it is technically flammable. And I was like, the only candle that I really have that I know is not going to like burn or explode that has something in it are my sage candles. So rose petals, I was like, I don't know. So I put them in the wax melts. So there are rose petals in the wax melts only because there's no direct heat on the wax melts. So yeah, it's been interesting. I had a lot of fun making these. Even for the Heartslabyul, they have this sort of top where I made like this. I bought this mold of like, it's a heart, but it's made out of roses. So it's like roses in the shape of a heart. And I sort of put that on top. And I think it came out pretty well. There are a couple where like I filled them up just a little bit too high because I get kind of like, I guess, overexcited. But that was really fun as well. And from there, I pretty much like made the wax melts, which weren't too hard. I made a mess, obviously, in one of the clips, but it came out well. There's still some actually still sitting downstairs. And yeah, what I did realize is that, and I was talking to this with my friend, that I think I am aware that like some people are just waiting for me to make their favorite dorm so that the way they can get whatever dorm that they want. I do also realize that not everyone likes rose. From what I've experienced with like making candles, is that either you really like rose or you don't. It's kind of like a polarizing scent. Either people like rose or they don't. So rose is kind of like you kind of have to like it or you don't like it. So I was like, I do have footage, which I'll put somewhere in here as well, of me and my friend trying to do the photo shoot aspect, where I was trying to be a little fancy, but also like not go completely broke. I do take like all my pictures myself. And obviously I'm no like professional photographer, but my friend helped me. Shout out to her. So essentially what I did was I found this like fake grass mat. It's really supposed to go up on a wall, and you get like multiple of them to make it seem like a fake wall of grass. But I only got one because I only needed one for the sake of the photo shoot. And then I got these like fake roses from the Dollar Tree, which I found them in both red and white, so I was happy about that. And like me and my friend had to cut them, which it was kind of hard because like there's like a wire in the stem, so it was hard to cut it off. But we cut the roses. We like put them around the jar and like took pictures, which I'm pretty sure I took on my iPhone, and they came out okay. Yeah, and then I took pictures of the wax melts and put everything up, and everything is up on my Etsy specifically. I think the only thing that I kind of regret is that I'm not able to actually link my like website, or I can't post links into like my TikTok description until I get enough followers. So I was like, oh, check out our bio, and like it's there, but it's like not clickable, or you can't tap it. So I was like, oh, so I'm sorry to anyone that was like confused by that or something like that. I did talk about it a little bit on like one of our platforms. Listen, I'm so sorry. With me being on so many different platforms, everything kind of blends together. So I apologize in advance We do have a link tree. I am going to link it below. I am going to link our Etsy. The way I linked our Etsy is that there's a specific tag just for Twisted Wonderland. So I am going to link both our Etsy, but also just to our Twisted Wonderland listings. If that's all you care about and you just want to see the Twisted Wonderland stuff, I will put it in the description below because YouTube lets me do that a lot easier. TikTok is like, oh, you can't post. I can't have links until like a certain amount of followers, and I can't go live until I have a certain amount of followers. So we're getting there slowly but surely. I have like 100 now or something. I could possibly have more if I actually like posted regularly, but listen, in between like the business, social media, me working my full-time job, I was like, I don't have it in me to post regularly. I don't. Shout out to all the people who can like post consistently. I do understand like I could possibly, record in batches and then like just sort of space out the post, but I was like, I can't do it today. So yeah. With that being said, we sort of, and I think I said it already, but we sort of recorded the process of us doing all that. My friend recording us trying to do this sort of like Heartslabyul. I swear that dorm is the hardest dorm name to say, and I'm so sorry. Everyone is like, you are such a scrub. You don't even know how to say. I'm sorry. So yeah. From here, I'm going to work on Savannaclaw. I expect that progress on getting out all the dorms may be slower than I thought. So again, be patient with me. I promise you I haven't disappeared into the ether, but I am working on Savannaclaw. I can sort of tell you my plans for Savannaclaw right now. First of all, I bought more spray paint, so I actually have quite a few spray paint in bulk. Because, like, I live in Chicago, so, like, Chicago, for whatever reason, they don't sell spray paint in the city. I think that they're just trying to stop people from, like, graffitiing. So, like, you can't actually get spray paint anywhere in the city. I was like, really? So, yeah, I ordered it online, and I just ordered, like, a bunch. Because it's, like, $5 per can of spray paint. It's not that expensive. So, I have red for Heartslabyul. I have a darker red for Scarabia. I ordered purple for Octavanel, which is on its way. I ordered yellow for Savannaclaw. I still have to order Ignihide, Pomfiore, and Dysomnia spray paints. So I'm gonna have so much spray paint in this house. But yeah, so I have all those spray paints. They're on the way. Savannaclaw obviously is going to be its sort of signature like yellow, which I think I picked out a decent yellow. I tried to match the spray paint as close as possible to the actual dorm color. So yeah, I'm thinking about making it a more masculine scent just because, I don't know why, when I think of Savannaclaw and the Beastmen, I know that there are Beastmen in other like dorms too, but when I think of Savannaclaw and Beastmen, I think of like a more masculine scent. It is supposed to smell like, and I might cut this out, but it's supposed to smell like patchouli and sandalwood. And I had my like friend smell it, and I was like, well, smell it and see if you like it. Because at first we found another candle that had like bergamot or something in it, which also smells like very masculine. It smells like cologne. And she was kind of like, this, replicate this one. And I was like, I don't know if I should, but I had her smell the I don't know why I want to say patchouli. Patchouli and sandalwood. That is what it is. That's what I said, right? Patchouli and sandalwood. And she really liked it. So that's what it's going to smell like. I'm going to get the wax melts. I haven't figured out if I want to dye them yellow or just leave them white. But I thought some good references, and I might cut this out too. We'll see. But I actually found out that I can get my hands on like some dandelion leaves. And I might put dandelion leaves in the wax melts. If you don't know, one of the characters that is a Savannaclaw student, his name is Reggie. And there's a reference with him and dandelions pretty much. Like he used to eat dandelions. So like, I thought that would be a funny reference. I don't really know what I'm going to call the candle yet. I'm still brainstorming on that. And I am also the top of the candle. That's what I was going to figure out. I was like, I'm not sure if every single candle is going to have like little things, something at the top as like, you know, to make it more interesting. But I figured that Savannaclaw is probably going to have like these little cactuses that I found because it's a reference. It's a reference to Jack, who he likes cactuses, if you don't know. So like he's like really into cactuses. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna add cactuses. I want a reference to Leona because obviously like I know a lot of people. Leona is one of the like super popular characters. Like Leona is popular. Jade and Flit, the entire Octo trio is popular. Malleus. I say Malleus. I'm so sorry if you're upset about that. Malleus is popular. Yeah, so maybe the name or something will be after a reference to Leona. I don't know what the photo shoot is going to look like is a problem because I wanted like, when I think of Savannaclaw, I'm thinking of sand. Not just because Leona's like, can't think of what it's called. His unique magic power thing is like he could turn stuff to sand, but it's also just because of the way the dorm looks. It's very much so like the savannah, rocks, sand, nothing else that much really going on. So we shall see how this turns out. There is a beach nearby, which I have taken a photo shoot of before, but I am nervous because the sand is supposed to be more like an orangey yellow tint, and like that the sand at the beach is very like white. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. One thing I do kind of want to work on a little bit more is like the packaging. I don't have like a lot of fancy packaging, and who knows if I'll get around to it. Like the wax melts right now don't really have like any sort of special box or anything like that. I did, and I might cut this out, but like I did get an order where someone ordered a Heartslabyul wax melt, and I just gave them a free sticker because like the stickers were too big to put on the wax melts because I just put it in this little like saran wrap thing. I forget the name of it. It's not actually plastic. There's a different word for it, but I can't think of it right now. And I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to make a sticker small enough to like go on there. So I just gave them like a free bigger stickers, like, you know, the size of your hand palm. And like the thank you cards that I give out right now are kind of like the thank you cards for Moonwax and not really like Twisted Wonderland branded. So maybe I will make some like Twisted Wonderland specific thank you cards. I thought about like trying to write it in the voice of Crowley. Oh, Crowley is a mess. I'm so sorry. In the voice of Crowley, and sort of like putting it in this envelope, and like, you guys know the wax seals where like they put the wax on it and they stamp it. I kind of want to do that, which also wouldn't be too expensive to get my hands on. But if I do a wax seal, I was like, what would the wax seal be of? Because I can maybe try to do like a crow, either a generic crow, or like try to actually like pay money to like get the specific Night Raven College like logo or crest on there. But that would cost me a pretty penny. So it really just depends on how much money I have in my bank account at that time. But like that's another idea that's in the works, so we'll see. But that's where I'm at right now. That's my progress on like everything that I'm doing. If you're interested, again, I'm gonna link it below. You can right now get Heartslabyul. You can get Savannaclaw sometime soon. I'm probably actually going to try to make I don't know if you could do pre-orders on Etsy, but I'm probably going to try to like actually set a launch date for myself, just so I can like be like, okay, the candles are already made, here's a launch date, and like try to get people hyped up for it, versus like just being like, yeah, wait until I like tell you, you know. So check that out. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon, but that's all like my like Twisted Wonderland stuff. I am trying to work on a little something for Valentine's Day. We'll see if I'll actually be able to get it in time. There probably aren't going to be a lot more crazy releases this year, only because I have so much inventory left still from everything else that I made. And I think the biggest lesson, if I could go back to our planning phase before we like launched our business, I would be like, girl, there's no reason for you to make 100 something candles. What are you doing? You know, me sitting here like I'm making 20, 30 something of each scent for what? Now I'm stuck with all these candles that I can like, I'm selling through them slowly, but like I like look at these candles every day and I'm like, why did I make so many? I truly lost my mind. Lost my mind. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please share it with your friends. Leave a comment. It truly helps. I used to, this is funny. Okay, I'm about to go on a tangent, but I used to, looking at like other videos or just, you know, perusing around on other platforms on social media, and people are like this, share this. It really helps, blah, 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 blah. And you'd be thinking, in my head, I'm always like, yeah, okay. But it really does help. Like, I'm serious. The algorithm likes it when they see engagement. So like if like when TikTok saw my Twisted Wonderland candles and people were liking it, it allowed more people to see it. As weird as that sounds. Most of my TikToks are like they blow up, but I get like, you know, 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K plays, a couple hundred likes. I get a few comments, and that's fine. I'd rather the engagement be real than a bunch of bots anyway. Not to say that I would buy bots, but like, you know, sometimes you post it and it's just like nothing but a bunch of random bots leaving comments and you're like, what is this? But yeah, thank you for liking whatever it is that I posted. If it was, you know, an Instagram post, a TikTok post, sharing it with your friends, telling other people about it, it really helps. So thank you. Savannaclaw is coming soon, I promise. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please like it, please share it, leave a comment. May your stars always align and may fate always conspire in your favor. I will see you in the next video.